Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Right now, in this moment, let everything else fade away. How often do you truly pause and ask yourself, am I living a balanced life? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, distracted, and disconnected. But what if I told you that the ancient wisdom of Zen philosophy holds timeless principles that can help you find harmony, clarity, and peace no matter how chaotic life gets? In this video, we're diving into 30 Zen principles that can transform the way you live, think, and feel. From embracing simplicity to cultivating gratitude, these teachings aren't just philosophical ideas, they're practical tools you can start using today to create a more balanced and fulfilling life. So, whether you're new to Zen or looking to deepen your practice, this guide is here to walk with you every step of the way. Let's begin this journey together because a calmer, more centered life is closer than you think. Now, let's take the first step on this Zen journey with a principle that's both simple and profound: living in the present moment. Imagine this: how often are you truly here, right now, without your mind wandering to what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow? Zen teaches us that the present moment is all we ever have, and by fully embracing it, we can find peace and clarity amidst life's chaos. When we dwell on past regrets, we carry unnecessary weight, and when we obsess over future anxieties, we lose touch with the beauty of now. But by letting go of these distractions, we open ourselves to a deeper sense of calm and understanding. So, how can you start practicing this in your daily life? Begin with something as simple as breath awareness. Take a moment to notice your inhale and exhale, feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Another powerful exercise is grounding yourself in your senses. Pause and notice 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. These small yet powerful practices can help you anchor yourself in the present, bringing you closer to a more balanced and centered life. Let's carry this awareness forward as we explore the next principle. Now that we've anchored ourselves in the present moment, let's move forward by exploring the beauty of simplicity. Zen teaches us that a cluttered life often leads to a cluttered mind, and by embracing simplicity, we can create space for peace and joy. Think about it: how much of what surrounds you, both physically and mentally, truly adds value to your life? Simplicity isn't about deprivation. It's about focusing on what matters most and letting go of the rest. Start by decluttering your physical space. Take a look at your surroundings and ask yourself, does this item bring me joy or serve a purpose? If not, it might be time to let it go. This process not only clears your environment but also lifts a weight off your mind. Next, simplify your routines. Identify tasks that drain your energy and consider how you can streamline or eliminate them. For example, instead of juggling too many commitments, prioritize the ones that align with your values and bring you fulfillment. Relationships, too, can benefit from simplicity. Focus on nurturing connections that are meaningful and reciprocal, and let go of those that bring unnecessary stress. Finally, simplify your thought patterns. Notice when your mind is overcomplicating things or dwelling on worries. Practice gently guiding your thoughts back to what's essential in the moment. By embracing simplicity in all areas of life, you create more room for joy, clarity, and balance. Let's carry this sense of lightness into our next principle, where we'll explore the transformative power of gratitude. Building on the simplicity we've just explored, let's now turn our attention to something equally profound: gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a way of seeing the world that can transform your mindset and bring a deeper sense of contentment. When we take the time to acknowledge the small blessings in our lives, we shift our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. This simple act can create a ripple effect, lifting our spirits and enhancing our overall well-being. One powerful way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. It could be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of a sunrise. Over time, this practice trains your mind to notice and appreciate the good in every moment. Another way to deepen gratitude is by expressing it to others. Make it a habit to tell the people in your life how much you appreciate them, whether it's through a heartfelt message, a small gesture, or simply saying it out loud. Not only does this strengthen your relationships, but it also reinforces your own sense of connection and joy. Gratitude also invites us to pause and savor the present. Instead of rushing through life, take a moment to truly experience and appreciate the little things, the laughter of a loved one, the scent of fresh flowers, or the feeling of sunlight on your skin. By cultivating gratitude, we open ourselves to a richer, more fulfilling way of living. As we move forward, we'll explore how letting go of attachments can further enhance our peace and clarity. Moving from gratitude, let's explore another transformative Zen principle: non-attachment. Non-attachment doesn't mean we stop caring or disengage from life. Rather, it's about releasing the tight grip we often have on outcomes, possessions, or even relationships. When we cling too tightly, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. For example, fixating on a specific outcome like landing a dream job or achieving a personal goal can lead to frustration if things don't go as planned. Instead, Zen teaches us to focus on our efforts rather than the results, allowing us to find peace in the process. Similarly, holding onto material possessions can weigh us down, creating a sense of dependency. Non-attachment invites us to appreciate what we have without letting it define our happiness. This principle also applies to relationships. While deep connections are valuable, clinging to others for our sense of self-worth can lead to imbalance and disappointment. Healthy detachment means loving and supporting others without relying on them to fulfill our own needs. Practicing non-attachment begins with acceptance. Accept that life is fluid and ever-changing, and that trying to control every aspect of it only leads to stress. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the natural flow of life. Start by observing where you feel the strongest attachments. Is it in your work, your possessions, or your relationships? Once you've identified these areas, practice releasing your grip, even in small ways. For example, declutter your space, set intentions without fixating on outcomes, or allow others the freedom to be themselves without imposing expectations. By embracing non-attachment, we free ourselves from the weight of endless wanting and open the door to a more peaceful, contented existence. As we continue, we'll look at how finding balance between opposites can further enrich our lives. Now, let's turn our attention to the Zen principle of finding balance in opposites. Life is full of dualities: work and rest, activity and stillness, effort and surrender. These opposites are not in conflict, rather they complement each other, creating a natural rhythm that sustains harmony. Think of it like the ebb and flow of the ocean. The waves rise and fall, but it's this constant movement that keeps the sea alive and balanced. Similarly, embracing both sides of any duality can help us lead more centered and fulfilling lives. For instance, too much work without rest can lead to burnout, while too much rest without purpose can create stagnation. The key is to recognize when one side is dominating and gently bring the other into play. This principle also applies to our internal states. Moments of activity energize us, but periods of stillness allow us to recharge and reflect. By honoring both, we create a life that feels full yet manageable. Practicing this balance starts with awareness. Notice where you might be leaning too heavily in one direction. Are you overworking? Are you avoiding challenges? Once you've identified the imbalance, take small steps to restore equilibrium. For example, if your days are packed with tasks, schedule moments of quiet reflection or meditation. If you've been too passive, set a gentle intention to take action, even if it's just a small step forward. Remember, balance isn't about perfection, it's about flow. By embracing the dance of opposites, we learn to move through life with grace and adaptability, finding peace in the ever-changing rhythm of existence. Next, we'll explore how accepting what we cannot change can further deepen our sense of inner peace. Now, let's shift our focus to a principle that can bring profound peace to our lives: accepting what we cannot change. In Zen philosophy, acceptance is not about resignation or giving up. It's about releasing resistance to the natural flow of life. Think of it like a river. When we try to fight the current, we exhaust ourselves, but when we learn to flow with it, we move with ease and grace. Acceptance allows us to let go of frustration and find serenity even in the face of challenges. One powerful way to practice acceptance is through reframing. Instead of seeing obstacles as something to fight against, we can view them as opportunities to grow or learn. For example, if a situation is beyond your control, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience shape me into a stronger or wiser person? This shift in perspective can transform struggle into growth. Another strategy is to focus on what you can control. While we can't change everything, we always have the power to choose how we respond. This might mean adjusting your mindset, taking small steps to improve the situation, or simply choosing to let go of what's beyond your influence. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up, it means trusting the process and allowing life to unfold as it will. When we embrace acceptance, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. This surrender brings a deep sense of peace, allowing us to live more fully in the present moment. By accepting what we cannot change, we open ourselves to the beauty and possibility of what is. Next, we'll explore how acting with intention can further guide us toward a purposeful and fulfilling life. Moving forward, let's explore how acting with intention can bring clarity and purpose to our lives. In Zen philosophy, every action we take should be deliberate and aligned with our deeper values, rather than simply going through the motions of daily tasks. Think of it as planting a garden. Each seed you sow should be carefully chosen, placed with care, and nurtured to grow into something meaningful. When we act with intention, we shift from being reactive to proactive, creating a life that feels more fulfilling and aligned with who we truly are. One practical way to start is by establishing a morning ritual. This could be as simple as taking a few moments to set an intention for the day, whether it's to approach challenges with patience or to savor moments of joy. By starting your day with focus, you create a foundation for mindful actions throughout your hours. Another tip is to pause before making decisions, especially when faced with distractions or pressures. Ask yourself, does this align with my values? Does it bring me closer to my goals? This small act of mindfulness can help you make choices that feel purposeful and authentic. Acting with intention also means being fully present in what you do, whether it's working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment. When we infuse our actions with purpose, life becomes less about checking boxes and more about creating meaningful experiences. By aligning your actions with your core values, you not only find greater fulfillment but also cultivate a sense of harmony and balance in your daily life. Next, we'll delve into the liberating practice of letting go of perfection and embracing the beauty of imperfection. Now, let's turn our attention to a liberating principle in Zen philosophy: letting go of perfection. The pursuit of perfection often leads to stress, frustration, and a sense of never being good enough. Zen teaches us that life is inherently imperfect, and that's where its true beauty lies. Consider the concept of wabi-sabi, a Japanese philosophy that finds beauty in the imperfect, the transient, and the incomplete. Think of a cracked teacup repaired with gold. Its flaws become part of its story, adding depth and character. When we embrace this mindset, we learn to appreciate the uniqueness of our own imperfections rather than striving for an unattainable ideal. Letting go of perfection doesn't mean abandoning effort or ambition. It means releasing the pressure to be flawless. It's about recognizing that mistakes and imperfections are natural and even valuable parts of growth. Start by noticing where you hold yourself to unrealistic standards, whether it's in your work, relationships, or appearance. Ask yourself, what would it feel like to approach these areas with more compassion and less judgment? Practicing self-acceptance allows us to live more authentically, free from the constant weight of comparison or criticism. By embracing our flaws, we not only reduce stress but also open ourselves to deeper connections and a more fulfilling life. Remember, perfection is an illusion, but authenticity is where true harmony begins. Next, we'll explore how practicing compassion can deepen our sense of connection and inner peace. Moving forward, let's explore how compassion can become a cornerstone of a more balanced and harmonious life. In Zen philosophy, compassion is more than just a feeling. It's a practice, a way of being that connects us deeply to ourselves and the world around us. At its core, compassion is about recognizing suffering, whether it's our own or someone else's, and responding with kindness and understanding. This principle encourages us to extend the same care and empathy to ourselves that we might naturally offer to others. Often, we're quick to criticize ourselves for perceived shortcomings, but Zen teaches us that self-compassion is essential for inner peace. When we treat ourselves with gentleness, we create a foundation of resilience and self-acceptance that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Compassion also opens the door to deeper connections with others. By practicing empathy and kindness, we foster understanding and harmony in our relationships, whether with family, friends, or strangers. One powerful way to cultivate compassion is through loving kindness meditation. This practice involves silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace," and then extending these wishes to others. Another approach is to engage in acts of service, no matter how small, like offering a kind word, helping someone in need, or simply listening without judgment. These actions not only benefit others but also nurture our own sense of purpose and connection. Remember, compassion is a skill that grows with practice. Start by noticing moments where you can be kinder to yourself and to others, and take small steps to act on that awareness. Over time, this practice can transform not only your inner world but also the way you relate to the world around you. Next, we'll delve into the Zen practice of seeking inner silence, a tool that can bring clarity and calm even in the midst of life's noise. Now, let's turn our attention to a practice that can bring profound clarity and calm, even when the world around us feels chaotic: the Zen principle of seeking inner silence. Inner silence is not about eliminating all noise or finding complete external quiet. Instead, it's about cultivating a stillness within yourself, a space where you can retreat and reconnect with your inner self, no matter what's happening around you. In Zen, this practice is often associated with meditation, but it's also about creating moments of quiet reflection throughout your day. The benefits of inner silence are vast. It can reduce stress, improve focus, and help you respond to challenges with greater clarity and calm. One simple way to begin is by carving out a few minutes each day for mindfulness meditation. Find a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When distractions arise, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. This practice trains your mind to find stillness even in the midst of chaos. Another approach is to take mindful pauses throughout your day. For example, before starting a new task, take a moment to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and center yourself. You can also create inner calm by spending time in nature, where the natural quiet can help you tune into your own stillness. Even in a busy world, these small moments of silence can make a big difference. Over time, you'll find that inner silence becomes a refuge, a place you can return to whenever you need to reset and recharge. Next, we'll explore another essential Zen principle: the practice of patience, and how it can help us navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Moving forward, let's explore the Zen principle of patience and how it can transform the way we navigate life's challenges. Patience in Zen is not just about waiting. It's about cultivating a deep sense of understanding and resilience even when things don't go as planned. In a world that often values speed and immediate results, rushing or trying to force outcomes can lead to frustration and stress. The practice of patience teaches us to embrace the natural flow of life, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. One way to build patience is through simple breathing exercises. When you feel rushed or overwhelmed, take a moment to pause, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. This small act can help you regain composure and approach situations with calm and clarity. Another key aspect of patience is learning to embrace the present moment. Instead of fixating on what you want to achieve or how quickly you can get there, focus on where you are right now. Notice the details around you, the sensations in your body, and the rhythm of your thoughts. This mindfulness practice can help you develop a deeper appreciation for the journey rather than just the destination. Over time, patience becomes a powerful tool for resilience, helping you face obstacles with grace and understanding. By letting go of the need to control every outcome, you create space for peace and growth. Next, we'll look at the principle of living with integrity and how it can help you align your actions with your values. Now, let's turn our attention to the principle of living with integrity, a cornerstone of Zen philosophy that encourages us to align our actions with our deepest values. Living with integrity means being truthful not only to others but also to ourselves, ensuring that our choices reflect what we truly believe in. When we act in ways that are consistent with our principles, we build a sense of self-respect and inner harmony. This alignment fosters trust in our relationships as others come to see us as reliable and authentic. For instance, making ethical choices, even when it's difficult, demonstrates a commitment to doing what's right rather than what's convenient. This might look like standing up for fairness in a workplace or choosing honesty over deceit in a challenging situation. Staying true to your authentic self also means resisting the pressure to conform to others' expectations when they don't align with your core values. It's about listening to your inner voice and acting with intention, even if it means taking the harder path. Living with integrity isn't about perfection. It's about making consistent efforts to honor your beliefs and act with sincerity. Over time, this practice not only strengthens your character but also deepens your connection to the world around you, creating a life that feels meaningful and true. Next, we'll explore the Zen concept of impermanence and how embracing change can bring peace and clarity to our lives. Moving forward, we come to the profound Zen principle of embracing impermanence. This idea invites us to recognize that all things in life are constantly changing and nothing remains the same forever. Instead of fearing this reality, Zen teaches us to find peace in the transient nature of existence. When we accept that every moment, every experience, and even every relationship is fleeting, we can truly appreciate the present. This doesn't mean we ignore the future or avoid planning, but rather that we release the grip of anxiety over what's to come. Think of how a beautiful sunset lasts only for a short time. Its impermanence is what makes it so precious. Similarly, life's impermanence gives it depth and meaning, urging us to savor each moment as it unfolds. To embrace this principle, try practices like mindfulness meditation, where you observe the flow of thoughts and emotions without clinging to them. Another helpful approach is to reflect on the natural cycles of life, such as the changing seasons, to remind yourself that change is not only inevitable but also a source of renewal. By letting go of attachment to outcomes or possessions, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open our hearts to the beauty of life's ebb and flow. Embracing impermanence isn't about indifference, it's about cultivating a deep appreciation for the here and now, knowing that every moment is a gift. Next, we'll turn our attention to the Zen practice of mindful eating and how it can transform our relationship with food and nourishment. Now, let's explore the Zen practice of mindful eating, a simple yet transformative way to deepen our connection with food and nourishment. Mindful eating is about bringing full attention to the act of eating, turning an everyday activity into a moment of mindfulness and gratitude. Instead of rushing through meals or eating while distracted, this principle invites us to slow down and truly savor each bite. By doing so, we not only enhance the enjoyment of our food, but also improve digestion and create a healthier relationship with what we consume. Start by taking a moment before your meal to pause and express gratitude for the food in front of you. Notice the colors, textures, and aromas, allowing yourself to fully engage your senses. As you eat, chew slowly and deliberately, paying attention to the flavors and how the food feels in your mouth. This practice helps us tune into our body's natural hunger and fullness cues, preventing overeating and fostering a sense of balance. Mindful eating also encourages us to reflect on the journey of our food, where it came from, the effort it took to grow and prepare it, and the nourishment it provides. By being fully present during meals, we transform eating from a routine task into a meaningful, enriching experience. Try turning off distractions like phones or TVs and focus solely on the act of eating. Even just a few minutes of mindful eating can make a significant difference in how we feel physically and emotionally. This practice reminds us to appreciate the simple joys of life, one bite at a time. Next, we'll delve into the importance of valuing rest and renewal in our pursuit of a balanced life. Moving forward, let's turn our attention to the 15th Zen principle, which reminds us of the essential role rest and renewal play in living a balanced life. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant activity, pushing ourselves to the limit in pursuit of productivity or success. But Zen teaches us that true balance comes not from relentless effort, but from honoring the natural rhythm of rest and activity. Overworking doesn't just drain our energy, it can lead to burnout, leaving us physically exhausted and emotionally disconnected. By valuing rest, we create space to recharge, allowing our minds and bodies to heal and rejuvenate. One way to integrate this principle into your life is through meditation, a practice that offers both mental clarity and deep relaxation. Even a short meditation session can help calm the mind and restore inner peace. Another simple yet powerful practice is taking naps. A brief rest during the day can significantly boost your energy and improve focus. Mindful walks are another wonderful way to renew your spirit. Instead of rushing, take a slow, intentional walk, paying attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. This not only refreshes your body but also helps you reconnect with the present moment. Remember, rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. By prioritizing rest and renewal, we honor our well-being and cultivate the energy needed to live fully and authentically. Now, let's explore the next principle, which invites us to let go of judgment and embrace a more compassionate way of being. Now, let's shift our focus to the next Zen principle, which encourages us to let go of judgment. Judgment, whether directed at ourselves or others, can create barriers and deepen feelings of separation and suffering. When we label things as good or bad, right or wrong, we limit our ability to see situations clearly and with compassion. Zen teaches us that suspending judgment opens the door to understanding and connection. It allows us to approach life with a more open heart and mind. One way to start this practice is by observing your thoughts without attaching labels to them. When a judgment arises, simply notice it without feeding into it. This helps create space between you and the thought, allowing you to respond with greater awareness rather than react impulsively. Another powerful practice is to reframe how you see others' actions. Instead of immediately judging someone's behavior, try to consider what might be influencing them. This shift in perspective can foster empathy and reduce conflict. Letting go of judgment also means being kinder to yourself. Often, we hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, leading to self-criticism and frustration. Instead, treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a friend. Over time, releasing judgment can bring a sense of peace and freedom, allowing you to engage with the world in a more balanced and harmonious way. Next, we'll explore the importance of focusing on the process rather than the outcome, another key Zen principle that can transform how we approach our daily lives. Moving forward, let's delve into the Zen principle of focusing on the process rather than the outcome. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to become fixated on end goals, whether it's completing a project, achieving a milestone, or reaching a personal ambition. However, Zen teaches us that true fulfillment comes from immersing ourselves in the journey, not just the destination. When we focus solely on outcomes, we often create unnecessary stress and pressure, robbing ourselves of the joy found in each moment. Instead, embracing the process allows us to appreciate the small steps, the effort, and the growth that happens along the way. For example, think about learning a new skill. If you're only focused on mastering it quickly, you might feel frustrated by every mistake. But if you shift your attention to the act of learning itself, you'll likely find joy in the gradual improvement and the lessons each challenge brings. This mindset can be applied to many areas of life, from work to relationships. When cooking a meal, savor the process of preparing ingredients and experimenting with flavors, rather than just waiting for the final dish. When tending to a garden, enjoy the act of nurturing plants and watching them grow rather than fixating on the harvest. Focusing on the process also helps us stay present, reducing anxiety about the future. It encourages us to celebrate progress, no matter how small, and to recognize that every step is meaningful. By shifting our attention to the here and now, we can cultivate a sense of satisfaction and peace, even when the outcome is uncertain. Next, we'll explore how cultivating inner peace can further enhance our ability to live a balanced and harmonious life. Now, let's turn our attention to another profound Zen principle, cultivating inner peace. No matter what's happening around us, Zen teaches that true tranquility comes from within. Think of it as building an unshakable foundation that remains steady, even when life feels chaotic. One powerful way to cultivate this inner calm is through meditation. Taking just a few minutes each day to sit in silence, focus on your breath, and let go of racing thoughts can create a profound sense of stillness. Breathwork is another effective tool. Simple practices like deep, slow breathing can instantly center your mind and body, helping you feel more grounded. Visualization can also be transformative. Picture yourself in a serene place, like a quiet forest or a peaceful beach, and allow that mental image to bring you a sense of calm. These practices aren't just about relaxation, they're about training your mind to find peace even in the midst of challenges. The benefits of inner peace extend far beyond the moment. It can improve your focus, enhance your relationships, and even boost your physical health. When you're at peace within, you're better equipped to handle stress, make thoughtful decisions, and approach life with a sense of clarity and grace. Remember, cultivating inner peace is a practice. It grows stronger with consistency and patience. By making space for these moments of stillness, you create a reservoir of calm that you can draw from, no matter what life throws your way. Next, we'll explore how accepting yourself as you are can deepen your sense of harmony and well-being. Stepping into the next principle, we come to a deeply transformative Zen teaching, accepting yourself as you are. At its core, this idea is about embracing your true self with all your strengths, flaws, and uniqueness. So often, we get caught up in self-criticism, focusing on what we think we should be rather than celebrating who we already are. This constant judgment can hold us back, creating barriers to growth and happiness. Zen reminds us that self-acceptance isn't about complacency. It's about finding peace with where you are right now while still being open to growth. One way to cultivate this is through affirmations. Simple, positive statements like "I am enough" or "I accept myself fully" can begin to shift your mindset, helping you let go of harsh self-judgment. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. By observing your thoughts and feelings without labeling them as good or bad, you create space for self-compassion. This practice allows you to see yourself more clearly without the distortion of criticism. It's also helpful to reflect on your journey. Instead of comparing yourself to others, recognize how far you've come and the lessons you've learned along the way. Remember, self-acceptance isn't about perfection, it's about embracing your humanity with all its ups and downs. When you truly accept yourself, you create a foundation of inner harmony that radiates into every area of your life. This sense of wholeness allows you to move through the world with confidence, compassion, and authenticity. Next, we'll explore the Zen value of generosity and how it can enrich both your life and the lives of those around you. Now, let's turn our attention to the Zen principle of generosity, a practice that not only benefits others but also brings profound joy and connection into our own lives. Generosity, in its essence, is about giving freely, whether it's material resources, time, or even emotional support. It's a way of opening your heart and extending kindness without expecting anything in return. Zen teaches us that generosity isn't just about grand gestures. It's found in the small, everyday acts of giving. Something as simple as offering a listening ear, sharing a kind word, or helping a stranger can have a ripple effect, creating a sense of warmth and community. When we practice generosity, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we can offer, cultivating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This shift not only enriches the lives of others, but also brings a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose to our own. One way to incorporate this principle into daily life is through volunteering. Giving your time to a cause you care about can create meaningful connections and remind you of the impact you can have on the world. Another approach is to practice random acts of kindness, whether it's paying for someone's coffee, leaving a thoughtful note, or simply smiling at a passerby. Even offering forgiveness or understanding in challenging situations can be a profound act of generosity. The beauty of this practice is that it's accessible to everyone, regardless of their circumstances. When we give from the heart, we not only uplift others but also nurture our own sense of inner peace and connection. Generosity, in a Zen sense, is a reflection of our shared humanity, a reminder that we are all interconnected. As we continue our journey, let's explore how being fully present in our relationships can deepen these bonds even further. Moving forward, let's explore the practice of being present in relationships, a cornerstone of Zen philosophy that emphasizes the depth of connection we can create when we truly focus on others. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in distractions, scrolling through our phones, thinking about our to-do lists, or even mentally preparing our next response instead of truly listening. These habits can create a barrier between us and the people we care about, leaving interactions feeling shallow or disconnected. Being present in relationships means giving our full attention to the person in front of us, setting aside distractions, and genuinely engaging in the moment. This doesn't just enhance the quality of our interactions, it also fosters trust, understanding, and a deeper sense of connection. One way to cultivate this presence is through active listening. Instead of waiting for your turn to speak, focus on truly hearing what the other person is saying. Notice their tone, their body language, and the emotions behind their words. This kind of attentive listening shows that you value them and their perspective, creating a safe space for open and meaningful dialogue. Another practice is mindful communication. Before responding, take a moment to pause and reflect on your words. Are they kind? Are they necessary? Are they true? This simple pause can prevent misunderstandings and ensure that your words align with your intentions. It's also helpful to set boundaries with technology during conversations. Putting your phone on silent or away entirely signals to the other person that they have your undivided attention. Even small gestures like maintaining eye contact or nodding to show you're engaged can make a significant difference. Being present in relationships isn't just about improving how we connect with others, it's also a gift to ourselves. When we truly engage with those around us, we create moments of genuine connection that enrich our lives and remind us of the beauty of human relationships. As we continue, we'll explore how appreciating nature can further deepen our sense of peace and grounding. Shifting our focus to the natural world, let's explore the Zen principle of appreciating nature, a practice that invites us to find peace and grounding in the beauty of the outdoors. In our busy, technology-driven lives, it's easy to feel disconnected from the earth and the rhythms of the natural world. Yet, nature has a unique way of restoring balance, calming our minds, and reconnecting us to something greater than ourselves. Spending time outdoors, whether it's in a forest, by the ocean, or even in a local park, can reduce stress, increase mindfulness, and bring a sense of tranquility that's hard to find elsewhere. One way to deepen this connection is through forest bathing, a practice rooted in Japanese tradition that involves immersing yourself in the sights, sounds, and scents of the forest. It's not about hiking or achieving a goal. It's about simply being present and allowing nature to work its magic. Another powerful practice is gardening, which not only nurtures the earth but also grounds us in the present moment. Feeling the soil in your hands, tending to plants, and witnessing the cycle of growth can be deeply meditative and rewarding. For those who prefer a simpler approach, mindful walks in nature can be equally transformative. As you walk, pay attention to the feel of the ground beneath your feet, the rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the play of light through the trees. These small acts of awareness can help you feel more connected and centered. Even bringing elements of nature into your home, like houseplants or natural decor, can create a sense of calm and remind you of the beauty of the world outside. Appreciating nature isn't just about physical activities, it's also about cultivating a mindset of gratitude and awe for the natural world. Taking a moment to watch a sunset, breathe in fresh air, or listen to the rain can shift your perspective and bring a sense of peace. This practice reminds us that we are part of something larger, helping us let go of our worries and find harmony in the simplicity of the present moment. As we move forward, we'll explore how letting go of comparisons can free us from self-doubt and deepen our sense of self-acceptance. Now, let's turn our attention to the Zen teaching of letting go of comparisons. In a world where we're constantly exposed to the highlights of others' lives, whether through social media or daily interactions, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring ourselves against others. But comparison is a thief of joy. It often leaves us feeling inadequate, dissatisfied, and disconnected from our own unique path. Zen philosophy reminds us that each person's journey is entirely their own, shaped by individual circumstances, strengths, and challenges. When we compare ourselves to others, we overlook the beauty of our own progress and the lessons that come from our personal experiences. Instead of focusing on what others have or achieve, Zen encourages us to turn inward and cultivate self-awareness. One way to do this is by practicing self-compassion. Acknowledge your efforts and celebrate your small victories, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Another powerful practice is to focus on your strengths and values. Take time to reflect on what makes you uniquely you, your talents, your passions, and the qualities that bring you fulfillment. By shifting your attention to your own growth and potential, you can break free from the cycle of comparison and embrace your authentic self. Additionally, mindfulness can be a powerful tool in letting go of comparisons. When you notice yourself starting to compare, pause and bring your awareness back to the present moment. Ask yourself if this comparison serves you or if it's simply pulling you away from your own path. Remember, there's no universal standard for success or happiness. What matters most is how you feel about your own journey. By releasing the habit of comparison, you create space for gratitude, self-acceptance, and a deeper sense of contentment. As we move forward, we'll explore how cultivating curiosity can open new doors to learning, creativity, and joy. Now, let's shift our focus to another enriching Zen principle, cultivating curiosity. Curiosity is the spark that ignites learning, creativity, and joy in our lives. It's about approaching the world with an open mind, eager to explore and discover new possibilities. In Zen philosophy, curiosity is seen as a way to break free from rigid patterns of thinking and embrace the unknown with a sense of wonder. When we allow ourselves to be curious, we open doors to new experiences and perspectives that can transform how we see ourselves and the world around us. One simple way to practice curiosity is by exploring new hobbies or interests. Whether it's learning a musical instrument, trying a new recipe, or taking up gardening, engaging in activities outside your comfort zone can awaken a sense of excitement and discovery. Another powerful practice is to ask questions about the world, about others, and even about yourself. Instead of settling for surface-level answers, dig deeper. Why do things work the way they do? What can I learn from someone with a different background or viewpoint? Curiosity also encourages us to embrace uncertainty. Rather than fearing the unknown, we can see it as an opportunity for growth and exploration. By cultivating curiosity, we not only enrich our own lives but also foster a deeper connection to the people and world around us. This sense of openness and wonder can lead to greater creativity, joy, and a more fulfilling life. As we continue, we'll explore the Zen practice of forgiveness and how it can help release resentment and bring peace to our hearts. Moving forward, let's explore the transformative power of forgiveness, a cornerstone of Zen philosophy. Forgiveness is not just about letting go of resentment toward others, it's also about freeing ourselves from the weight of past hurts. Holding on to grudges can keep us stuck in cycles of negativity, draining our energy and clouding our ability to experience peace. In Zen, forgiveness is seen as a path to inner liberation, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. One way to practice forgiveness is by acknowledging the pain without letting it define you. Recognize the emotions tied to the experience, but don't allow them to control your present or future. Another powerful practice is to cultivate compassion, both for others and for yourself. Often, we're harder on ourselves than anyone else, and self-forgiveness becomes an essential step toward healing. Try reflecting on the situation from a broader perspective. What lessons can you take from it? How can it help you grow? Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful actions. It's about choosing peace over prolonged suffering. By releasing resentment, we create space for joy, connection, and a deeper sense of well-being. As we continue, we'll discover how finding joy in the ordinary can bring a sense of fulfillment to our daily lives. Shifting our focus to the ordinary, let's explore the Zen principle of finding joy in the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. In a world that constantly pushes us to chase bigger and better, Zen teaches us to pause and appreciate the beauty of the present. Mindfulness plays a key role here. It helps us slow down and truly experience the simple pleasures that surround us. Imagine sipping a warm cup of tea, feeling the steam rise and the warmth spread through your hands. Or watching a sunset, noticing the subtle shifts in colors as the day transitions to night. These moments, though seemingly small, can bring immense fulfillment when we fully engage with them. It's about shifting our perspective, noticing the texture of a fresh loaf of bread, the sound of birds chirping in the morning, or the feeling of a gentle breeze on your skin. When we practice mindfulness in this way, even the most mundane activities like folding laundry or washing dishes can become opportunities for joy and presence. The key is to approach these moments with curiosity and openness, finding beauty in their simplicity. By embracing the ordinary, we learn to live more fully, savoring the richness of life that's always within reach. Next, we'll explore the Zen value of humility and how it can deepen our connections with others and the world around us. Now, let's turn our attention to the Zen principle of humility, a virtue that quietly yet powerfully transforms how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. Humility in the Zen tradition is not about diminishing our worth, but about recognizing our place within the larger tapestry of life. It's about understanding that we are neither above nor below others, but interconnected and interdependent. When we let go of the ego's need to prove or assert itself, we create space for gratitude and genuine connection. Ego, on the other hand, often builds walls separating us from others, creating comparison, competition, and ultimately suffering. Zen teaches us that true strength lies in being open, teachable, and willing to see the value in others. One way to cultivate humility is by acknowledging the contributions of those around us, whether it's thanking a colleague for their teamwork or appreciating a loved one's support. Another practice is embracing a mindset of lifelong learning, staying curious and willing to grow, even when we think we have all the answers. Humility also invites us to listen deeply, not just to respond, but to truly understand. When we approach life with this sense of openness, we not only foster deeper connections, but also find a profound sense of peace. By practicing humility, we step away from the pressures of ego and step into a more harmonious and grounded way of being. Next, we'll explore how focusing on effort rather than outcomes can further deepen our Zen practice and bring greater fulfillment. Moving forward, let's delve into the Zen principle of practicing detachment from results. This teaching encourages us to focus on the effort we put into our actions rather than fixating on the outcomes. In Zen philosophy, this mindset is key to reducing stress and increasing enjoyment in life. When we become overly attached to specific results, we often create unnecessary pressure and anxiety. Instead, Zen invites us to pour our energy into the process itself, finding fulfillment in the act of doing rather than the end result. For example, in our work, we can focus on giving our best effort each day rather than obsessing over promotions or recognition. In relationships, we can prioritize being present and attentive rather than seeking constant validation or specific responses from others. And in personal goals, we can celebrate the small steps and progress we make, rather than fixating on whether we've reached the finish line. This shift in perspective allows us to approach life with greater ease and joy, freeing us from the weight of expectations. By practicing detachment from results, we learn to trust the journey, embracing each moment as an opportunity for growth and connection. This principle not only aligns us with the flow of life, but also brings a deeper sense of peace and contentment. Next, we'll explore how embracing change as a natural part of life can further enhance our Zen practice. Now, let's turn our attention to the Zen principle of embracing change. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet it's something many of us resist, often leading to stress and suffering. Zen teaches us that clinging to what is familiar and resisting the flow of life only creates inner turmoil. By embracing change, we align ourselves with the natural rhythm of existence, finding peace in the midst of life's constant shifts. Think about the seasons. Each one brings its own unique beauty and challenges. Just as nature adapts effortlessly, we too can learn to move with the currents of change rather than against them. One practical way to embrace change is to cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness. Instead of fearing the unknown, we can approach new situations with a sense of wonder, asking, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I grow through this experience?" Another helpful practice is to focus on what remains constant within us, such as our values or inner strength, even as external circumstances shift. This anchors us during times of transition. Additionally, mindfulness can be a powerful tool. By staying present, we can observe change without judgment, allowing us to respond with clarity rather than react with fear. Embracing change doesn't mean we have to like every shift or challenge that comes our way, but it does mean accepting them as part of the journey. When we stop resisting and start flowing with life's changes, we discover a deeper sense of ease and resilience. This principle invites us to see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. With this mindset, we can navigate life's uncertainties with grace and openness, finding beauty in the ever-evolving nature of our existence. Next, we'll explore how trusting the journey, even in uncertain times, can bring us closer to a balanced and fulfilling life. Moving forward, let's delve into the final principle, which invites us to trust the journey itself. Life is rarely a straight path. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Yet, Zen teaches us that there is profound wisdom in surrendering to this natural flow, even when the destination seems unclear. Trusting the journey means releasing our need for control and instead embracing faith in the process. It's about understanding that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a part of our growth. When we stop fighting against the current and start trusting where life is taking us, we find a deeper sense of peace and clarity. Imagine a river. It doesn't struggle to reach the sea. It simply flows, navigating obstacles with ease. In the same way, we can learn to move through life with grace and acceptance. One way to cultivate this trust is by reflecting on past experiences. Think about moments when things didn't go as planned, but ultimately led to something meaningful or transformative. These reminders can help us build faith in the journey, even during uncertain times. Another practice is to focus on the present moment. When we're fully engaged in the here and now, we're less likely to be consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. This presence allows us to experience life as it unfolds, rather than resisting or rushing it. Patience is also key. Trusting the journey requires us to slow down and allow things to develop in their own time. It's a reminder that not everything needs to happen immediately, and that the process itself holds value. Finally, let go of the need for certainty. Life's beauty often lies in its unpredictability. By embracing the unknown with curiosity and openness, we open ourselves to new possibilities and opportunities. Trusting the journey doesn't mean we'll never feel doubt or fear, but it does mean we can move forward with courage, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is part of a greater path. This principle encourages us to release our grip on outcomes and instead find joy in the unfolding of life itself. As we conclude our exploration of these 30 Zen principles, let's carry this sense of trust and faith into our daily lives, embracing each moment as a unique and valuable part of the journey. As we come to the end of this journey through the 30 Zen principles, it's worth taking a moment to reflect on what we've explored together. From living in the present moment to embracing impermanence, from cultivating gratitude to letting go of judgment, each principle offers a unique pathway to a more balanced and harmonious life. Together, they form a framework that can guide us in navigating the complexities of modern life with greater ease, clarity, and purpose. These teachings remind us that balance isn't about achieving perfection, but about embracing the ebb and flow of life with an open heart and a mindful presence. They encourage us to slow down, simplify, and reconnect with what truly matters. By integrating these principles into our daily routines, we can create space for peace, joy, and deeper connections, both with ourselves and with the world around us. Now it's your turn to take these ideas and make them your own. Reflect on which principles resonated most with you and consider how you might incorporate them into your life. Whether it's starting a gratitude journal, practicing mindful eating, or simply taking a moment each day to breathe and be present, even small steps can lead to meaningful change. If you found value in this exploration of Zen philosophy, I'd love to hear from you. Share your favorite principles in the comments below, or let me know how you've applied them in your own life. And if you're eager to dive deeper into topics like mindfulness, simplicity, and inner peace, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Together, let's continue this journey toward a more balanced, mindful, and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me, and may you find joy and peace in every step of your path.